Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm here. Welcome back to RevivedWitch. So as you can see, we're on my non-free-to-play account, and that's because I managed to get Goddess Dana from the discount multi, and so I also went and YOLO'd a little bit to get the unique equipment. And so I thought it would be a good idea to compare mages against one another using the test dummy, just to give you guys an overall gauge on their potential and their potential performance in other content. Now, unfortunately, I do not have some of the limited mages, mainly referring to Idle Flora, but at least in a sense to help cope with me not having Idle Flora to compare, I could argue that this will be comparing non-limited UR Mercury mages against one another. In this case, we have 4 of them, which are Goddess Dana, followed by Mene, Nasha, and Mayahuel. So all of the URs, I've raised them to level 80 out of 100 with 442 in skills. Nasha, keep in mind, doesn't have unique equipment yet. And then we have Mayahuel, which I raised to level 95 a while ago because, you know, I use her the most when it comes to magic DPS, and also she also has level 10 unique equipment. And then just to compare the stats quickly, Goddess Dana has 9.2k attack at level 80, second place is Mene with 8.92k, and then Nasha is third place with 8.91k if she has unique equipment at level 10, and then Maya is 4th place with 8.8k attack at level 95 out of 100. These are their skills. Feel free to pause. And then Nasha. So obviously all of them essentially have different ways of gameplay, but we're all going to be comparing them when it comes to DPS. The main reason for me making this video is because I wanted to see how much this benefits Goddess Dana when it comes to dealing damage. Because energy outbreak status is the purple star on the bottom right of your screen when you're doing the stages. When that lights up fully, and then you get like a full bright purple pink background around around your screen, that is the energy outbreak status, and it only occurs for a short time, but your order gauge is maxed during that time. But in any case, the gear that we're going to be using will be the same for all dolls. So Ashkelon with S rank crit damage and crit chance. I know I could get better, but at least it's a more attainable stat. And then 300 attack on the armor, and then followed by this ring with S crit chance and A crit damage. And then these are their critical stats after equipping the equipment. And the way that I'm going to be testing them is with this team. So we're going to be using Tonel with level 5 charge skill with 9.2k attack, and Edine with maxed out skills and 11.1k attack. So the way that I'm going to be comparing them is I'm just going to be autoing full auto testing against the Scarecrow, and I know that means that Mene is going to perform a little less effectively because I believe Mene works better in manual, especially to utilize her first skill properly, which consumes all order energy. Now I'm going to be timing how long they take to defeat the Scarecrow, as well as recording their highest DPS on the screen. So without further ado, let's get started with Maya, who has 12.1k attack with the gear. Alright, DPS on. Okay, first energy outbreak. We reached around 320k DPS. Let's see if we can hit maybe 400k. Alright, we're charging up the energy outbreak again. Energy outbreak currently bursting. Oh, I saw a 411, oh, 418k. 418k DPS, pretty nice. Can we perhaps hit higher than that? Okay. So we got around 418k DPS for the highest recorded one. And in terms of the time it took to complete, to defeat the Scarecrow, it was 49.61 seconds. In terms of the damage dealt, you can take a look at the video because I didn't manage to record that. Now let's do Nasha. So, you know, same procedure, recording the highest recorded DPS and recording the time it takes for them to defeat the Scarecrow. So, I don't want to, you know, create some doubt, so I'm not going to be editing the part where I'm equipping them with the gear, just to let you guys know that I am giving them the same gear as the others. Alright, now let's take a look at Nasha. Okay, DPS on. Let's take a look at the DPS. Alright, so we're reaching around 100 and 100, 180, 200, okay, 230, 250, okay, around 200, 260, 270, okay, 280, 291, okay, oh, 300, ooh, 319, okay, 321, oh, 330, 340, I think 340k was the highest there, oh, 342, 346, oh, 348, okay, 348k DPS for the highest recorded one. And the time it took Nasha to beat the Scarecrow was 57.63 seconds. Now, considering that she doesn't have a unique equipment, that is a pretty nice time compared to Maya. Alright, let's move on to Minnie. So again, as per usual, the same equipment. Now, do keep in mind that the damage could also vary depending on how often they crit, but you know, it can't be helped. Alright, so keep in mind for Minnie, the damage might not be that great considering she might not work that well on full auto, but for the sake of this video, we're going to be testing it anyway. DPS on. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of dolphins. 313k, pretty nice. 322. Maybe we can get higher perhaps. Oh, 368. Oh, 384. Oh, 389. Maybe perhaps you can get higher than that. Perhaps. Okay. 389k DPS. And the time it took for her to beat the Scarecrow was 52.24 seconds. Okay. And now considering how I believe that Mine doesn't really work that well on full auto, the time it took for her to defeat the Scarecrow is pretty respectable. Now for the main event, the goddess Dana. She does have potential with the relatively nice multipliers, as well as this 50% more damage in the energy outbreak, as well as her unique equipment passive, which is very big. So she has all the damage bonus in the world. All she essentially needs is good attack stats and good crit stats. So let's equip the gear. And there we go. And then the stats. Oh, I forgot to show the Mine stats, so quickly. I think I showed it. I mean, I'll show it again at the end. But yeah, these are stats. Now let's take a look at Dana. Alright, DPS on. Let's see how well she fares against the others. Alright, this is our energy outbreak status. Okay, 300k, 320k. So far we're seeing around the same numbers. Is it going to increase soon? Oh, 430. 430k, 460, 490, 500k. Oh, 500k DPS. That was the highest recorded. And Dana finished in 41.28 seconds. So, very interestingly, we didn't get a third energy outbreak on Dana's run, whilst Maya got 3, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's pretty impressive. So, she does do big damage, but she seems to be doing the damage outside of the energy outbreak, but you know, that's all good. But yeah, so as you can see, hold on, let me show you guys the results. Alright, here it is. So hopefully you can see that. So the dolls on the left, and then time to beat, and then highest recorded DPS. So obviously Mine is not really shown in the good light here because she does work better on manual in my opinion. But compared to Maya, it seems that Dana does have some sort of an edge when it comes to dealing overall damage. And Dana does deal damage to all enemies as well, at least with her second skill, and so she will be doing good single target and AoE DPS. Now, of course, if I were to do more runs, we would get a more average result for each one. But I believe that these, it does give, I think, a pretty good indicator on how they perform when it comes to autoing. Now obviously when it comes to more difficult content, the more likely chance is that you're not going to be able to use this comp, and perhaps going to be using a comp that would require a tank. For example, someone either like Nana or a Fallen, where their skills would lower the enemy's magic defense, right? And so it would benefit Dana, especially, mainly because she doesn't really have a great magic defense ignore. Well, I mean, yeah, she doesn't have a magic defense lowering, or magic. She doesn't have magic defense ignoring. She lowers magic defense by a little bit. And so getting an extra of that from another support, as well as assisting from Edine's charge skill, again also reducing their magic defense and magic damage taken, I guess when it comes to more defensive builds, perhaps Dana would shine a little better, as then she would still perform as well. But again, we do lose the attack buff from Tonel. So overall, what do we get from this? Well, from the first impressions, it does seem like Dana would output more magic DPS much easier than someone like Mayahuel, especially when it comes to AoE content where there's more than one enemy, because her second skill is 3 times to a random target, whilst Dana is all enemies with 3 attacks, followed by this big one here at the end. But yeah, overall I think she is definitely an upgrade to Mayahuel, so if you do have Dana, then you know, congratulations. But if it in terms of if you need Goddess Dana, I would probably say you don't need to go for her, like especially if you're running low on pulls. Better off maybe saving for the next Dreamland instead, Camilline. Depending on how her kit is, you know, I'll be taking a look at that as well. In any case, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and at least found the video informative in one way or another. If you guys got any more questions regarding any of the dolls mentioned in this video or RevivedWitch in general, do let me know down in the comments below. I'll be sure to respond. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.